Welcome to the art vlog with me, George Dopamine. Today we're on PJ Arthur's home turf of Oxford, where we're going to be reviewing Pissarro, the father of Impressionism show, which is on until the 12th of June. Pissarro is obviously one of the most well-known Impressionists, and he's a really interesting experimental artist. What are you looking forward to, PJ, about this exhibition?
Well, I don't know much about Pissarro, to be honest, so I'm looking forward to just finding out a little bit more. I think that's going to be important, and see what else is there.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to seeing if this show includes some of his neo-impressionist work, because Pissarro was constantly experimenting late into his life, and he moved away from pure impressionism. So will the show see this? And also, on a bit more of a personal note, I was born and spent my early years in Norwood in London, where Pissarro lived, so I wonder if there's any paintings from Norwood there as well. Anyway, come and join us as we head inside the Pissarro Father of Impressionism show. Well, we've just come out of the Pissarro Father of Impressionism show. PJ, what are your initial thoughts?
Well, I was blown away actually. I expected it to be just Pissarro, which would have been good enough, but to have works there from Van Gogh and Monet and Cézanne in there as well, that was a real bonus for me, George, and it left me wanting to find out a bit more. And Degas actually also want to mention, so it made me want to find out a little bit more about all those guys as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much indeed. I share that view as well. Well, I really enjoyed that show actually. It was surprising, as PJ said. The theme was really about the relationship that Pissarro had with the Impressionist movement as a whole, and it was something. The way that the exhibition and the curators combined the paintings of people like Cézanne and Gauguin, Van Gogh, Monet, to show the influence that Pissarro had on their work and the influence they had on him was really, really strong. I mean, these two pictures by Cézanne and Pissarro exhibited next to each other made my heart race a little bit faster. Hopefully you can see them now, because they were really, really clearly playing off each other. They were engaged in artistic dialogue, which is really special. The Ashmolean has a wonderful collection of prints, etchings, woodcarves, etc. That were donated by the Pissarro family in 1952. And some of these were really surprising. They were a bit of an unexpected highlight of the show as well, as you can hopefully see. What was also really interesting, and I hadn't really picked this up from Pissarro before, was the focus on people, on figures in everyday work, like this woman working in a butcher's, or as you can hopefully see here, or these women gathering grass, and this fantastic, very evocative impressionist picture of a woodcutter in a forest or a wood. All of these mark Pissarro out because he's focusing on working people, as opposed to the Renoir partying middle classes, if you like, and that was really strong as well. This is a really nicely sized exhibition. I felt that the rooms worked really well. It starts off with this portrait, which you can hopefully see here, and wonderful portrait, by the way. The two self-portraits are fantastic, and it ends with his neo-impressionist work as well. So it's a really fantastic the Paste show, and the sort of central room, if you like, which has some of the Impressionist masterpieces, not just of Pissarro, but of other artists as well. Pissarro was the only Impressionist to exhibit in every single of the 8 famous Impressionist exhibitions. Wouldn't it have been amazing to go to those? And so he was there. He was a stalwart. He was there both at the start and at the end of the movement, and he was constantly developing. He joined the Impressionist movement in his 40s, and so he was often looked up to as a father figure by these younger artists. And I think his family were clearly very dynamically artistic as well, as you can see from these pictures. And one of the other highlights of the exhibition was that you got a rather intimate glimpse into Pissarro's family life. As you can see here from this, they used to produce as a family these journals, these satirical journals, and they would all, like Lucien and other family members, would illustrate those. And basically, this is an example of one that you can hopefully see here. And that kind of intimacy gave you a really nice sense of the artistic self as well. So, would I recommend this show overall? Yes, I certainly would. It's £14.50 to get in, £13.50 if you go in the week, £14.50 at the weekend. I've just gone on a Sunday. And it's very enjoyable. It's big enough to warrant that price. It has a wonderful selection of Pissarro paintings from across the world. But the real highlight is the way that it marries Pissarro's work with the work of other Impressionist and Post-Impressionist masters like Cézanne, like Van Gogh, like Monet, like Gauguin, and that for me is a highlight. You're sort of thrown into the Impressionist movement, so and you understand the connections and the influences that these artists, these revolutionary artists, had on each other. I would give this show an 8 out of 10 because it is a well curated show. So yeah, do come along. Do remember to subscribe to the Art Vlog and hit the notification bell for more reviews of art shows around the UK over the next few weeks.